lehce stiskne svého partnera za ruku. Skvělé. Myslete na to, jak to kolem vonělo, na zvuky, které jste slyšeli. Je to krásné, že?
Helena.
A teď už se vzpomínky vynořují sami jedna za druhou, že?
Heleno, cítíš něco?
Dopřejte svému partnerovi dostatek času.
Heleno.
I was impressed at how much they packed into this piece. The wonderful thing about it was I thought it was going to be about one thing. I thought this was going to be a love story, but as the story kept unfolding, it took a turn that I didn't expect. I found it all to be really, really compelling. The story was well paced, and they did a good job of building the suspense in a quiet way. Like there weren't a lot of dramatic, over the top moments, but it was a really, really good story. It had my attention the whole time, and I love the collection of characters that we got here.
I loved the title sequence of being guided through the first exercise as one of the people attending, and brought us right into the scene, right into the heart of it, right at the beginning with them. I think that was really smart filmmaking. And throughout, I was constantly surprised and kept on my toes. There was so much unexpectedness with the film, and it's genre bending. We've both got kind of a humor. We've got definitely humor. We also have intrigue, mystery, an emotional drama also. So it was lovely to get this full scope of moods and tones that all felt very cohesive. And I think the main thing that really drove it was the emotional truth to it in the writing as well as in the performing. It was so grounded in kind of uncovering these intricacies of conflicting desires, and what desire and what passion means. I also thought that the police duo bounced off each other really, really well. They had this lovely relationship, a classic good cop, bad cop, and allowed us to partner with them in trying to uncover motives and discover the nuances of each relationship as well. It felt very relevant to now with all of like the self-help retreats and the woo-woo sort of approaches to relationships and self-guidance, of these cults of personality questioning the intent on who's giving this advice and who should be giving advice versus maybe community.
I love the writing in this story, as the various spouses deal with romantic problems such as a need for privacy and attention and extramarital flirtations. I really enjoyed the performances of the whole cast, most notably the cops, who have lots of great humorous banter debating the case. Stunning footage of the countryside and the gorgeous resort. I like the fact that the characters eventually all get what they deserve. This film really questions relationships within the context of marriage.
Fantastic writing, great direction. Right off the bat, the way it uses what the audience sees and the characters don't know, to sort of play with contrast, and exposition, and really it's so smartly written and directed, and the performances are great. Those all really come together with scenes like the lentil dinner scene, which I just thought was delightful. I was sort of smiling ear to ear on that one. Really well done there. The writing, the performance, everything. For a sort of film that takes place all in one sort of location, I thought it was still really dynamic as far as, what we were seeing on screen. They just great use of contrast between shots and scenes. Really, really a polished film. And
I thought that working at or setting it up in a marriage resort was a really good idea because you could have a lot of different players that way and a lot of different personalities, and having it all kind of stem from this idea that like their marriages aren't quite working out or there's something missing or they're all trying to build towards something, I thought was really nice. And then having it set at this resort also offered a lot of just opportunity because you take people out of their own comfort zones and you can kind of set up whatever fun, interesting things you want. So, I thought the base concept was really, really great, just because you have a lot to work with. And then I thought it was really well executed. In the beginning, you don't quite know what to make of all the different couples, and you don't really know who it's gonna like center on and focus on, just because you're trying to like get to know everybody and whatnot, and the instructor and the resort owner. And I thought they did a really good job of kind of setting everybody up and showing what those relationships were like, because obviously like the resort owner and the passion instructor had known each other for years, and there's a pre-existing relationships, so they showed you what their relationship was like rather than outright telling you, and I thought they did a good job of doing that with everybody, because obviously, again, in the marriages, you expect them to be at a certain level, and so I thought they did a really good job with showing you kind of the breakdowns, but it was believable, like, the couples were believable. It wasn't like they were expecting you to buy into something. They were really making it easy to see the relationships these people had, but also then the kind of breakdowns that they were having within those relationships.
I liked how it used the comedic approach to establish the situation and the characters, and kind of had a plot twist partway through it, which really piqued my interest and made me like very invested in the characters and the storyline and curious. I thought the acting was really great. It sort of reminded me of watching something out of one of those like mystery solving shows or movies, almost like a Agatha Christie novel that you read in the afternoon. Overall, I thought it was really enjoyable.
They have an interesting approach on some critical topics with a fresh script and engaging characters. The whole mystery and the suspicion is just fantastic. They use an attractive location and endearing personalities. It's a rom-com with several lessons on love, marriage, couples, therapy, and ultimately self-love. It is just brilliant. I really enjoyed this film.